they're studs and they play with heart. There's mad respect to them. Wisconsin is a worthy and great competitor, and I think anytime you can go against such a big block like that, especially what they're known for is their defense, I think just to overcome that is amazing. I mean, winning the first set and then falling in the second, I think that's tough because you feel like you're standing on cloud 9 and then to lose the second, you kind of get in your head a little bit, but that didn't happen to them, and I thought that was really cool.
Do you think that match against Pittsburgh prepared you guys for what Texas is going to bring defensively on Sunday?
For sure. Pittsburgh was very, very scrappy, and it's not really often that you see that, especially from middles. I saw 20 pick up a couple balls, and I thought that was really cool. I saw her do it once. I'm like, this game's going to be interesting because it's not every day you see that, and so I don't know. I think it set us up just to be prepared for long rallies and to try and win ugly.
Bekka, Nebraska, Texas in the national championship. This is big time.
Yes, rivalry runs deep, baby. I mean, it's like the old matchup. I think the last time was it 17 or 15?
15.
15, yeah. So that's the last time they beat them in the finals, and I thought that was really cool. I mean, you always hear about this growing up. Before I even followed Nebraska volleyball, I heard about the rivalry with Texas. So I was actually born in Texas, San Antonio, and I only lived there for a short bit. And so it's cool. It just feels like a big full circle moment.
Bekka, both you and Lainey are known for being really fiery. Who do you think has the edge there?
Are you talking us versus Texas?
Yeah, no, you and Lainey. Who's more fiery?
Oh man, you know that's a day by day type thing. I think we both bring fire in very different ways, but when we align, it's crazy. But I don't know. I'll give this one to Lainey. I don't know. It's tough.
Speaking of Lainey, in the freshman class as a whole, did you ever worry about they would come in here and think they would kind of take over? Or did you kind of feel like the blending and the camaraderie was there right away, or did it take some time?
Oh, I think it was a mix. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I think you said about the freshmen wanting in to come and take over.
Yeah, did you ever feel like they came in cocky at all, or do you feel like they really earned their spot right away and blended with you guys well?
I think they earned their spot, for sure. And if anything, I would encourage them to want that attitude. The last thing I want is for people to be recruited for their heart and their skill, and to feel that they need to step down simply because of their youth. I think that is one of the biggest lies that we get told as an athlete, is because, oh, you haven't been around as long as me, you don't deserve my spot. The game doesn't know how old you are. I mean, that's the one thing we've been teaching all season, and I wanted them to come in here and act like they own it. That's exactly what we needed, and they did that, and they've been proving that over and over. And so, yes, I didn't think they were cocky, but I would ask that more freshmen would do that and ask that of themselves, to not shy away from a senior simply because they're a senior.
Bekka, with everything that's happened over the past 4 months, it seems only fitting that you guys are in the national championship. Do you feel the same way?
See, yes, it's nice, but I don't think anybody deserves anything. I think at the end of the day, it's about what you earn. And yes, we've set a bunch of records. We had the Memorial Game, and things are working out. We have a couple All-Americans, but at the end of the day, you don't deserve anything. You earn. And so the sweep, it didn't just happen. You know, that was a play-by-play. It's 25 one-point games. We had to do it 3 times.
Does this freshman class get you excited about what's to come in terms as you enter your junior year next season and also your senior year?
I mean, I'm excited for Sunday, I'll tell you that. But yes, for the future just of this program, they're in really good hands, and I'm excited to finish out my career here at Nebraska with these girls, and it's not going to stop. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. Life changes. We're very young women. We still have a lot to grow and learn and mature, and so, you know, we're going to be faced with new adversities next year. It's never going to be the same problems. You know, you'd hope it's not the same problems because you're supposed to grow and learn from that, and so I'm excited. I'm excited for the future with these girls.
O'Neal and Skinner, how do you slow them down?
O'Neal and Skinner. I'm totally. Oh, Asia. Got to touch balls. At the end of the day, as a middle blocker, you got to slow them down. When you get a stuff, you praise God, you move on. You know, at the end of the day, what I can control is just touching them. If I can shut them down, that's great.
As a fellow middleman, what do you like that Asia does? What does she do really well?
Yeah, I think she's got great composure. I think her biggest thing is just, I don't know, she continually has that fire. We heard about it last night against Wisconsin. I think that was great. And so I think just as, you know, she's been in the game for a while and she's going to have a very long, successful career. Jordan Larson has said great things with her after playing at USA. And so she's a very admirable athlete, and just from what I've heard, a great woman. So yeah, I guess like my biggest takeaway is just from watching her is her composure, and she knows what to do in big moments.
Bekka, you block one more ball this year than you did last year. How much has your block improved?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's improved a lot. It's been a lot of film and just breaking things down and like how much can I get better. I think the hardest thing of when you are on a win streak is you're wondering if you can do much better, because you never know when you're going to meet somebody that can take that away from you. And so the biggest thing for me has just been, okay, what are the great ones doing? So I would watch a lot of USA men's volleyball, and I'm trying to figure out, what are they doing right? Like at this point, we have people hitting high and hard, and they're being really creative. They have to constantly change their game. And the same thing goes for the middles that Jalen chooses for us to watch in film. I'm like, okay, why is he choosing these women in particular? Like, what are they doing that I need to learn from? And so it's just been a lot of asking questions and allowing myself just to kind of take in whatever he has to offer just from film.
Who are some of those players that you've learned a lot from watching film?
Oh, see, I can tell you right now, it's I think she's from Turkey, and it's number 5, or I think it's Poland. I'm totally blanking on her name, but I know what number she is. She's number 5, and she's a stud. I also like watching Max Holt. He's really tall, and he's really agile, and he's one of the reasons why I even start in the base that I do, which sometimes my hands aren't up here. I've never understood that philosophy from coaches to have hands up high. I've never understood that. Like, the quickest part of your block is your hands. Sorry, that's just like a side tangent. But like, yeah, Max Holt for sure. And yeah, I also like watching Fluke. She's one of the most laterally advanced moving middles I've ever seen. I nitpicked her a lot on how she ran the slide and tried to learn from that. And same from Haley Washington. I just admire her in so many different ways, and so yeah.
Yeah, Coach Elliott referenced this as like Lakers versus Celtics, #1 team against the reigning champs. Do you see it that way?
I don't really know NBA that well, but if you gave me some context, so yeah, I guess so.
Big rivalry.
Big rivalry, there you go.
Teams, a lot of history between them.
Yes, a lot of history between us.
Thank you so much.